Hello, Virgo. Thanks for joining me for your May reading. I'm Madeline, in case we haven't met before. So, before I get into any of your cards, Spirit has kind of an opening message for you, which is change is afoot, and it benefits you to go with the flow as opposed to perhaps resisting the flow. Put that adaptability, that is one of your best qualities, to work. Spirit is saying it's like ups and downs, cycles and arcs, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. Like things are turning, and so if you're trying to scramble backward, it's not going to serve you because that just like will make you fall off the wheel as opposed to riding the wheel. That's what they're saying. I don't know. Let's find out. We're going to get into some cards to look at the recent past as it pertains to the present and to your unfolding future. What the trajectory forward is looking like. We're going to get some straightforward guidance for you. Anything Spirit wants you to know, do, be, or embody this month. And we will also pull a persona card to look at how you are showing up and how it best serves you to show up in the month of May. So thank you, Spirit. We want to know the truth for Virgo people in the month of May. We want to know what is showing up for them, Spirit. Helpful or hindering influences. We want to know the truth about what Virgo is navigating in the month of May. Anything you want to share with them, knowing that all of it serves their growth, their expansion, their contentment, fulfillment, security, authenticity. Anything that you want to share with Virgo with regard to what is showing up for them in the month of May, Spirit, and how you want them to show up. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Where is Virgo heading? And what do they need to know? Other than go with the flow. Don't hang on. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go. Sitting in the past. Don't hold on. Don't be frozen. Don't be indecisive. Don't get caught between two things and say, like, wait, I'm not ready. Well, hey, I think that you will get the point. So if you have felt a little scared and a little stuck, don't blame yourself. No blame, no shame, no judgment. We don't do that here, period. So if you're doing it to yourself, I'm shaking my finger at you. Stop it. Okay. Wow, Spirit is using a very specific phrase, which is the title of one of my favorite books, and that phrase is Virgo, the courage to be disliked. I know how that sounds on its face, and yes, for some of you it's straight up like that, but it's more like the courage to be yourself. Because that means the courage to be disliked. That means that, yeah, this might rub somebody else the wrong way, but this is what I have to do, or this is what I believe to be true, or this is what I hold dear. You know what I'm talking about? Your persona card, how you are showing up, Knight of Wands. We love to see it. If everything is changing, if movement is happening, Knights are agents of change themselves. They are in transition. You could have come through as a page, a knight, a queen, or a king. None is better than, like, no one is better than the other. It's about what is serving you. And so it serves you to act boldly. It serves you to chase things that feel fun, that feel exciting, that fill you with passion. It is smart to adjust where there needs adjusting. Two of Swords, sitting in your past, saying, feeling a little caught between two poles. Like, oh, I don't know if I want to go this way or that way or make this choice or that choice. So I'd rather just stay right here because I really don't want to fuck it up. So I'll just stay right here. Importantly, the person in this card is sitting with their back to a whole field of experience as well as a body of water, representing their feelings, the emotional component. Swords are the mind, right? So we can try to calculate our way through our feelings. We can try to strategize our way through our feelings. But the thing is that the feelings are going to do what the feelings do. The ebb and flow, you know, the moon controls that shit, right? Our unconscious, which is the moon in the tarot, controls that, our feelings. So you have to take those into account. And then you will move from frozen to repose. That's what Spirit is saying, which is really interesting because if you know the word repose, if you see someone sitting in repose, it is someone who is sitting calmly. It is someone who is chilling. So that's a subtle difference between frozen and reposing. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't stop the way that Spirit comes through. This is how they've done it my whole life, this Dr. Seussian thing. So, when you take your feelings into account, what is it that you want to put your everything into? The present, 9 of Wands. Oh my God, are we there yet? Oh my God, I've put in a whole lot of work. Oh my God, I've gone through a lot already for this thing. Are we done? Can I stop? Spirit is like, okay. If any of you are familiar with the metaphorical process of alchemy, turning lead into gold, right? There are several steps in turning lead into gold. Again, we're speaking metaphorically. Changing my heartbreak into a big, open, courageous heart, for example, right? There's an alchemical process there that has to do with getting really messy before it gets really great, okay? The thing that people don't talk about when we heal ourselves, when we open ourselves up to love, and all these things that just sound purely positive, lots of times it gets worse before it gets better. It's kind of like cleaning, like if we go in to organize a closet, it's like, yeah, we might think organizing the closet means it goes from bad to good, but really it goes from bad, it looks horrible in there, to worse. Oh my God, now the stuff is spread all over the floor. Oh my God, it's everywhere. Everything's a huge mess now. To, there. Now that everything had to be laid out in a big old mess, now it's all exactly where it needs to be, and I can, have a delicious, wonderful Virgo deep breath. So, there's a little bit of cleaning out your literal and metaphorical closet, perhaps. It would be good to join these activities just because that's my favorite style of witchcraft, is very functional folk magic. I'm feeling a little cluttered inside. I'm going to go ahead and declutter my space, as I have the intention also of decluttering myself inside and allowing that to happen, going with the change. So, 9 of Wands, if you are feeling defeated, if you are feeling like you're out of the race or any such thing, far from it. Far from it. Stick to anything that you really care about and want to take to the finish line, Knight of Wands. You have the courage, you have the strength. What you need to know about this person is, though they may be bandaged up, though they may indeed look tired and a little beat up because they've been through a whole bunch of battles up against these people with all these different tools, well, the beauty of that is this person has taken all of the tools and stacked them up as trophies. They have now learned how to contend with all of those different tools and approaches, so their skills and their courage and their abilities have grown with every fight, with every struggle. So, as we're cleaning out our literal and metaphorical closets, maybe we reflect on, and I'm curious if any of you have Gemini placements, because they're hearkening back to something that Spirit said for Gemini, which is kind of like, if you were to reflect on how you have grown and the skills you have acquired, or the shields that you have dismantled for the good over the past year, what would you come up with? What would you say, wow, I really developed this skill, or I really honed this? Spend some time reflecting on that, and reflecting in general. Sitting in the future position, the hanged one. They hang by their ankle, not by their neck. They are very safe, but the hanged one is undergoing a metamorphosis. They are the caterpillar that is on the verge of becoming the butterfly. So first we got to turn to liquid goo. First we got to question everything that we thought, right? And by that I mean anything that kept us here. Oh, it's time to question. It's time to explore our feelings a little bit more. It's time to take the blindfold off. Again, it's a subtle adjustment to go from frozen to repose. But that is your journey to oh, I'm not stuck. It's just several things are still developing, including me. So I will chill. I will chill. I don't need to stress. I will chill. I will open myself to the support of my community, friends, and family. You have the happy homecoming card slash the commitment card sitting in the energy around and available to you. The helpful or hindering influences. This is very helpful influences. This is familial support. This is commitment and celebration. This is also like your divine partnerships, right? Soulmates or friends that are like the bond goes beyond time, right? That's what Spirit is saying. The people who make you feel like you are at home, wherever you are, and especially within yourself. Your guidance, the Hierophant, the gatekeeper, the rule maker, the holder of sacred wisdom who can pass it down to you. So I would say for some of you, that's why Spirit was reminding me of what they said to Gemini about, like, you know, if you were working with a therapist and they said, I want you to reflect on how you've grown over the last year, what kinds of things would you come up with? I feel like this Hierophant person is someone who is trained in something that perhaps you either want to learn or just want to have access to. It's like, oh, this person's vision, this person's perceptiveness, I would love them to turn it on me and help me see things, right? Two of Swords, Hanged One. So I could see that as a literal therapist. I could honestly see that as like a tarot reader. I could see that as a spiritual counselor. Anybody that you feel is an expert in something that they could put their trained eyes on what it is you're doing and be like, oh, okay, so you need to move this and you need to start doing more of that and take this away completely, and then everything's going to go great. You know what I'm saying? So this is someone who knows the rules, knows how to get through all the different gates. This is also like going back to school. This is getting certified. This is talking to a coach or a personal trainer. There's all different types of hierophants, right? It's like they've gone through all the gates and all the hallways that you would like to have the knowledge from. So check in with that person who feels like a benevolent authority in your life. And if there is a malevolent authority in your life, such as old, outmoded religious or spiritual beliefs that like clog you and get into your head and fuck with you, it's like old shit. You know, Spirit is using the phrase church hurt. That won't apply to everybody, but maybe some of you have been raised in a really dogmatic environment, whether it was religious or not. It's like, these are the rules, and this is what a man is, and this is what a woman is, blah, 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 blah. Very like old bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Sitting in the position representing your hopes and your fears is the devil. So coming face to face with the things that are scaring the hell out of you and keeping you frozen, that are intimidating you or dragging you down. The devil is anything that we can be addicted to that isn't good for us. We can be addicted to ways of being. We can be addicted, of course, to substances or habits or relationships that drag us down, that make us feel small. Is there anything in your life that you do or think habitually that makes you feel small? Check that. Bring that to your benevolent Hierophant. And if you have the malevolent Hierophant, who is essentially the devil, these rules that are keeping you small, these old beliefs and structures that are hemming you in, then you need to face that and you need to disengage. You need to seek your own authority, right? You know, Virgo is classically the hermit card, seeking their own authority, following their own light. Yes, for those of you, again, for whom it is a benevolent Hierophant, there's some great wisdom and direction to be had. For others of you, because of course these are general readings, Virgo, and I'm an intuitive reader, I report whatever it is that Spirit is coming through to say. It's kind of like they overlay whatever was really happening on top of the cards. So for some of you, great, yay, I know exactly who this person is because they help me feel like more of myself. And for others of you, it's like, I know exactly who that is because that's my pastor or that's my father or that's my school or whatever that makes me feel like less than I am and is trying to force me into certain roles or to play certain parts that I don't want to play. Your mileage may vary. You know your Hierophant. Move toward the good one, move away from the motherfucking devil. The key, justice. Level head, open heart. These are the components to making a good decision. And Spirit is saying for some of you, you are dealing with people and entities and institutions where you need to question, like, yes, I have compassion for this, but I can also hold this person or this institution or whatever accountable. It's really powerful and potent and interesting to see the Justice card sitting across from that Two of Swords. You know, justice is blind, as they say, but the woman in the Justice card does not have a blindfold on. She's got her eyes wide open. She is taking in everything with every sense that she has and weighing it carefully. There are some great things for you to disengage with on purpose this month. And I just pulled a clarifier for your future. So, on top of the Hanged One, the High Priestess, watch and wait. All will be revealed. The right moment to take big action will become very clear when you see all the components on the table. You're not dismissing your emotions. You're not dismissing authority figures, positive or negative. You're looking at the data for exactly what it is showing you, and it is painting a picture. So, take it in. How does that sit on you? Does that bring up any questions, comments, reflections, suggestions? I would love to hear them. I appreciate you spending time with me, Virgo. If you ever want to get a personal reading, the ways to do that are just south of this video. I deeply appreciate your time, and I hope that it pays for itself many times over. And if I don't see you before then I hope I'll see you in your mid-month reading, Virgo. Till then, bye-bye.